night. We live to die. We lose our souls every day. We lost our minds. We don't remember what's wrong and what's right. The world is dead but we stay. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die. We live to die. And we surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon light. Shadows in the neon. We are We are just shadows. It's supposed to be that we die. It doesn't matter if there is no light anymore, no light anymore. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die. We live to die. And we surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon light. Shadows in the neon. We are
up to 1.337, and then as you
Yo,
can see
what's
in
going
that
on?
moment we just went down and we broke yesterday bullish bearish invalidation point around 1.334 level. So right now where we are on the bullish bearish invalidation point from the yesterday. We are somewhere that looks like a bearish market. However, this moment is not smart for trading. For me, for myself. So I'm out of this trade right now just because I don't feel comfortable. I don't have a good risk reward ratio. If I enter right now, I would like to sell, of course, but I would like to sell on some higher level or some push, something I want to see that happening so I can enter into the trade. And maybe in the next half hour, maybe the market will create some interesting level for me or something, and maybe then I will enter into the trade. So one of the things that it's very important, the relative index on the 30-minute chart is very close to the oversold area of right now it's a 36, 35. So like I said, it's not perfect place to enter into the trade. However, if you little bit go higher or something, maybe that will create a good risk-reward ratio, and maybe only then I will enter into the trade. Now, related to the euro
Order
dollar,
filled.
Euro dollar is very, very similar to British pound dollar. Actually, everything we talk, it is the same story. So we retested this level at 1.1294, actually a little bit below 1.13, and we start to go down. Now we are some kind of the resistance that we multiple time tried to break, but we didn't succeed. And what I want to see that we break this support level and on the euro dollar and on British pound dollar, and to be really that relax and be sure that we are in the short side. So as you can see, euro dollar, British pound dollar, US dollar index, everything is correlated right now. We wait for the push on the US dollar index. We wait for the push on the support for the British pound dollar and euro dollar, and actually
we knew that was going to happen.
Is there, and we just wait. And what I like to see here, this is the, I think, interesting thing for US dollar Japanese yen. And that thing that I'm watching right now is I'm watching US dollar Japanese yen some longer term to sell. And this is, I'm looking for some nice price level for that. I want to take some longer term trade. So I'm watching the US dollar Japanese yen more on the weekly chart, more than daily chart, because as you can see, we had a really good strength from the 2023 upside for US dollar Japanese yen. It was the really, really huge push. And then in the July 2024, Japanese bank decided to make intervention on the market. And that was very, very, very fast. I made one trade. It was a huge loss so fast because I didn't know what's happened there. Because when US dollar Japanese bank doing that, they're not like a British government, a British bank. They say in the news the same day, but they wait. And I needed just they're the type of the people that they're silent. So I figure out that after that there was news, there's and everything. And we know now that the bank is ready to always manipulate the market,
just like you'd expect.
Make
order filled.
So I'm aware of that. But as you can see right now, we had a bearish weekly candle. This new bearish weekly candle is forming right now. And believe or not, the target can be this level at 105. I'm talking about this because inflation in the Japanese economy. We have a huge increase of inflation, and I know that Japanese bank is ready to every single year increase interest rate. They plan to do the first time this year during the September, but they're ready to do that earlier if inflation is bigger and bigger. And if we analyze the data for the last 6 months, we can see that inflation in all fields increasing in the Japanese economy, which means that if every single big economy on this earth decrease interest rate, like a US, like UK, like Aussie, Kiwi, all of them, if all of them decrease and the only country increase, that needs to be visible on the charts, and it should be visible. So I think that yen will be stronger and stronger in next months, weeks, and on the other side, other will be a little bit weaker because of interest rate. And for the long-term position, I think it's a really good thing to just follow this and maybe create some positional trade that I can hold several weeks. So it is something that I know that the majority of traders are not long-term traders here, but
getting ready
I
to mark out our first
suggestion and something that we need to think a little bit of, because there is a chance for that. But of course, the US dollar shouldn't be so strong like now. So
Stop filled.
this is the question. And I just want to check, Richard, do you have some trade?
I have not yet. If you want to show something
Okay,
else,
I don't know. I just know that you in the beginning of the, and I just feel your trades right now after this long time. So I hope that you will have right now. So please, if you want, just a little bit to give us the introduction about indices, because I would like to see what's happened with indices.
Sure thing. Let me share my screen quick. Just do a quick swap here. All right, so I trade the SPX 500 until we have our futures going here at Hola, which should be next month. NASDAQ as well as crude oil. During the overnight sessions, I'll trade the UK 100 as well, or FTSE as it's otherwise known. But I do that during my time. I'm in South Africa. But during these morning opening bell sessions, I like to follow two different strategies. The one being a morning liquidity sweep type of setup.
Order filled.
Even if I'm just trying to explain what I'm doing. Then I'll pretty much wait for a potential reversal after the break of a key level. These key levels can be previous days highs and lows, higher highs, higher lows, whatever the case might be, or the pre-market session high and lows. So as you can see on the SPX, we got at the moment around 59.42, today's current range low, and the current range high is around about 59.62 plus or minus, right? So remember, I'm
Richard,
following the CFDs here.
Richard, can you just add a
Is it
chart?
not clearing?
No, it's not visible.
There we go.
Now it's
I
beautiful.
don't know why it does that. Anyway, so that's why I've got this red line here, waiting for potential liquidity sweep. So if price were to take out, let's say the highs of the current day, and we start seeing a reversal in the opposite direction, in this example lower again, I'll then switch to a 1 minute time frame, see if I can see a clear break of structure. And then quite often I'll try to see if we can spot some fair value gaps. Now the fair value gaps need to form generally before we get a break of structure. Break of structure is a technical term that, you know, it could be an indication that the market is getting ready to reverse. Then use those fair value gaps for trade location. So I'll typically enter with a limit order, set a limit order at those fair value gaps. And in some instances, they get retested and then act as support and resistance, right? Not always, but
All right, we're trying to see what happens right here.
obviously after price has broken one of these key levels. Now, during very strong conditions, when let's say trending conditions, should I say,
We're not breaking underneath or through. We're probably gonna get stopped out here.
break of previous
Stop
range,
filled.
retested for range, acceleration back in my training
That's an awfully big
direction,
file you got
and
there.
then see if we can get
And
fair
big
value
files,
gaps for
well,
potential entry
They don't
points.
download that
Now,
fast.
currently what I'm seeing here on
One
the
wasn't built
SPX,
2 minutes
price
before
sort of in the
class.
middle
We're good. It's a Mac.
of today's
We
current
can just
range.
use AirDrop.
Prior to today's price action, we
better
obviously
get
had
in
a
there.
very strong move higher, and then a
Whatever.
slow grind to the downside, stuck in a bit
Don't
of a
tell me what
range
to do.
currently. So I'm like you were
Order
suggesting,
filled.
if I were to like to buy into the SPX, I know you're trading the NASDAQ.
What is
I
Zionism?
would like to see
It's
prices
certainly a
move
word
little
that
bit
provokes
lower
deep
from where they
emotions,
are
both
currently.
from its supporters.
So we can
and
get a break
opponents.
of
Is it
the
a political
current range
movement?
low,
Is it a philosophy?
reversal
Is it
back up,
something new?
then I'll switch to 1 minute, see if I get a break of structure, fair value gaps, all those sort of things. If price were to continue lower, then I'll have to look at previous days' structure points. In that case, if price were to take out these lows, and we actually got a bit of a cluster of lows over here. So rather than just drawing a level, I can do something like this, for example. And if price were to pull
No.
into that area, we'll test
Not
it,
at 5. Uh-oh.
then reverse back to the upside, or follow the same
Uh-oh.
setup. Wait for break of structure on a 1 minute time frame. So pretty much day trading, right? And trade it in
Probably gonna get hit here.
potential reversal. So quite often you obviously won't know.
Stop filled.
Jesus.
So that's the S&P 500. Then crude oil been stuck in pretty
Yeah, we just
nasty
tapped into
range.
the 400 that I had.
All right, it looks like it may break
Yeah,
to
we
the
just tapped-
upside.
So earlier in the beginning of the show, in the beginning of the show, I was saying I was waiting for a little bit more of a pullback,
Yeah.
and we ended up coming down right to
Yeah.
a pivot point that's resting at the bottom of that previous Friday's 9:30 opening range.
Order filled.
And we just rejected
I think we might be in a.
the push up to 2144 on the NASDAQ right now, because it did
Okay.
not break that 400 level. It didn't free fall
Yeah.
through that level like expected. It gave a strong rejection as well. I am in at 413.25.
Are you in at the moment?
Stop filled.
I'm in at
Holy smokes.
413.25.
Okay. Cool.
When it hit the pivot point and launched back up and retraced that wick within seconds, I went. I go. Because I wanted to
and what
be
would
in
you-
previous. So the previous candle, I can share.
Yeah, please share.
You can share my screen, or I can go.
So we can see what you're talking there. It's always interesting to see how other traders trade. Let me just add you to the stage quickly. Yeah, and just talk us through it. What you're seeing. Our viewers are here to learn as well. Learn from other traders.
Oh, okay, here.
Maybe just talk us
Yeah.
through what you did.
Yeah. So when we had first opened, we were up here.
Order filled.
To open the show, we were up here over the EMA. And
Stop filled.
Stephen, you're breaking up a little bit there.
in this 400 level on the lower end of Billme's.
All right, well, we're done for the day on this account.
We
We tried to make that up, and that did not happen. We're pretty close to our max loss there. We did not follow our strategy.
Obviously now it's going against me, but we'll see how this goes and see if this area here holds. So my stop point is going to be probably about
Order
We're
filled.
gonna pull that.
much lower this range. I do know that it could come down.
We don't always have to get into trade on this other account. We screwed that up.
Below that Friday's opening range. So watch, we got a nice rejection here.
We gotta watch. We gotta wait and watch. We're gonna put another trade. We'll put another trade in. We're gonna go to super max losses, 600.
Rejection, that's the same move that I made when I entered the trade. I seen that same
We did not follow the strategy. I can tell you that right now.
after already showing support in the area. I know there's a pivot point there.
It's okay.
So at that point, it's confidence. To pull the trigger like that low, that's over experience and time. Try and get in and not wait till the candle expands all the way up here and then enter here and deal with a lot more.
Yeah.
Fraud.
Get a worse
This
entry.
drawdown's a little bit easier to handle than if I was out.
You're trading
Because
the
I know that
futures
through
contracts.
experience and time of being in the markets, that if I wait too long. Go ahead.
You're trading the futures, right?
Correct.
Awesome. Nice. Thanks for sharing. Hope it shoots to the moon.
Yeah, so we're looking up here on this fib trade here. And this, so I'm using the fib of the daily range right now. So the daily range, this fib is based off of market open price to currently right now the low. So 0 is market open price, the low is 100%, and I'm looking at my level. Between there, my 50%. As you can see, some pushback off the 50% level above 453, and not getting the rejections that we had seen earlier this morning in pre-market. I may even add to my position, but if I add to my position, I will cover my position as well.
Gotcha.
If it comes
Stop
up
filled.
and shows me rejection, then I will probably break even my trade and let it run.
Right, so you got your target there at, is that the range high for today? What are we looking at? 1 minute time.
Today's opening range is not complete just yet. I can visually see ranges.
I mean today's pre-market ranges.
Knowing
Sorry.
that the opening is here. Oh, okay. We took out the low of pre-market. Just visually, I could see we took out the low of pre-market. We opened down here, so.
Yeah, but I'm
So
just
if we are
asking
going
for the
to
reason
target
behind
pre-market
your
high,
target
has
trade.
been assembling a award-winning
Pre-market
vehicles for
high,
you right here in
7.5. Yeah,
America.
that would basically
And
be
now we've
targeting
lowered
pre-market
MSRP
high.
on our best-selling Rogue
I'm
and
not targeting the
Pathfinder.
pre-market
Get
highs
0% APR for 60 months on Pathfinder.
Okay.
but that's confluence. That's nice confluence to know that that's what we're looking at going at. London high is at 40. We've already slept London low.
Yeah.
So this 399 400 area is where I wanted to hold. I can happily sit in this area, and there's a little bit of draw when it comes against me. It's not uncomfortable because I'm following the trade, I'm following the metrics of the trade. And every trade I take, I know I can win or I can lose. And that's just trading. You know, 50% of the time you're not going to click the button. 50% of the time you're probably going to win or you're probably going to lose. So
Okay.
knowing that, knowing my levels, knowing where I am at on the chart, and respecting that is how I keep my emotions in check to allow sometimes this job. This morning that I have allowing the market to play out like it hasn't flooded below 400. If it does, it'll stop me out. Well, or maybe I close it sooner if I see some price action that tells me that I'm out. Mentally in my brain, as I've told myself things over the years, I know when I say this, that this is probably going to happen. And deep down, when it comes out the gut, I know. And I
Yeah.
say, you
Unlike
understand?
these
So,
wicks
yeah,
make me
right
feel
now,
like we're going up.
it's gonna be hard to feel where the close
I don't know why I have sales in.
want to exit. That's so early in this 1 minute candle.
Cool.
Order filled.
Hopefully it works out.
I'm definitely taking that sell.
If there are any updates on that trade, then just let us know. I'm just going to quickly finish up here with Crude Oil, and then I'll pass it back to you guys.
Okay.
Let's make it happen.
So obviously crude oil is here stuck in the range. We'll just take them out.
We're in.
This low that was set during pre-market, and this high low that was set yesterday. It's around about the 13, 14 mark, so just after midday. So now we're seeing a little bit of a bounce higher. We might get stuck in this range. Maybe price could move back upwards. Who knows? But from a trading perspective, I have to switch. to
Let's
I
freaking go.
want to see.
Let's freaking go.
Of a bigger structure point. I do apologize. I'm new to this platform.
We're in a trade.
Yeah, obviously price took out.
We're in a trade.
Do I see
I like this trade.
Price structure 20 under 1 minute.
I like this trade.
You know, we had one straight drop to the downside. There's a little wiggle over here before price actually made that low. And price is now trying to make its way back up. So I can't really count this in my book as a nice
I
structure.
got stopped. NASDAQ just
Did you get taken out? Alright. All good?
Yeah, my level didn't hold, took me out.
Okay.
As I spoke before, if it did break that level, it was probably gonna free fall. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm watching now. We do got
Is that what is happening? Alright.
on the
Yeah, so we
chart
got
here.
a strong decline here on crude. I just don't have a nice structure point that I can see here that makes me happy to say, like, you know, has this downtrend sort of at least temporary come to an end. So switching back to the S&P 500, price has now taken.
We wanted to go ahead and take
this
our profit
pre-market low over here.
here.
So yeah,
It may
as
still go
you were saying,
further
with the
down, but we
NASDAQ,
wanted to
might
get
continue
that
to go
profit
strongly to the
on that
downside.
account.
We might even make it a little
Pull
bit
that
lower.
back.
with this strategy, if I was going to trade this, obviously, we might make it until these high lows over here. This little zone.
Really should have stayed in.
But rather than
That's the account we're supposed to stay in at.
active, we've got to be very quick with this. Do the same as I did.
So we'll be a little bit of an opposite here. We'll go ahead and stay in here
and see if I can see a price structure point.
and just see what happens.
Price to
That's
continue
looking
much
pretty good.
Lower from where it currently is. Obviously, it will do what it wants to. But should we hold here and price starts making its way up again, then the more clearer type of price structure point will probably be around about 5,950, or actually these levels over here, which is pretty far up on the 1 minute time frame for me. I like to have my setups sort of, set up as close possible to the.
I'm just gonna do that.
Again, I should say,
We can
reversal point.
whatever.
So if price was
You can
doing
trade
this, for example, then made a low, then moves higher, breaks that previous high low, then lower high, then I'll be interested in taking a long to the upside. But currently it looks like the indices are a little bit weak. So we might just have to sit on our hands a little bit longer and see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye on my side. If anything materializes, I'll let you guys know. Stephen, are you looking at any other levels that you might be interested in going long, or are you completely swapped to go low, short now?
I'm currently watching now that we have an opening range break. So the opening range was created 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes of the session was created here. This blue shaded area.
Yeah.
So it was broken. So now I'm looking for it to either retest the range and continue, or come back into this range, maybe up to the 50, and come back and show support before we keep going. Ultimately, though, when I do go to my daily chart, I am looking for some downward movement.
Some of my students, they have never been to
where
school. They don't know how to read. They don't know how to write,
I got the
even
tap
in
to
their
this
own
50%
native
of
language.
this.
Oh, don't give it back.
It's a different future.
We already
When they
did
are
that
able
part,
to read
so really I can move that over.
the thing that we are taking for granted, reading,
And that point happens.
that's the difference between
Way
surviving in a society or not surviving.
So I still
in a
need
society. And
this pullback now.
I have
But
to
it
stop
came up
because
further
otherwise
than
I
I
will get
expected.
emotional.
So now I need to
My
let it
name
play
is
out
Frankie
to
Jackman.
see,
Sometimes you have
am
to
I
make
still
sure
right
that
about my
students
bearish,
get
and I would
light
need
bulb
to break
moments,
the
but
200 level
sometimes you have
around
to
the
make sure
200
that
level.
student gets really magical moments because they are able to create
Feel
their own
comfortable about
story.
being bearish to take
Immediately
these
get a
levels out.
connection with the
Another
text
200 points.
Yeah.
because they get ownership.
Today
of
looks
the
like it's
text.
already setting up to possibly be an inside bar. But we know how that all works.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat
So
strong,
we'll see how that goes.
steady,
So if we do
unwavering.
come down,
Stop
The
filled.
people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver,
We're gonna give it back. It looks like.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 6
All right, here's the basis that we should be traveling in at.
or get $7,600 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit your Central Coast
now I want to see
Chevrolet
that we're in this
dealers.
range. Are we going to hold in it and continue back up to where my target was? Or is it going to keep pulling down?
You see that structure that you got on your 1 minute there on the
Because
NASDAQ,
originally
you
the
would be
400
like
level
a
was
liquidity
full
type
area.
set.
So yeah, before 400 was my support level, and then it broke. So now can I reclaim my support, or is it going to turn into resistance? And now
This is 100% where my strategy should be. If we don't make it through this,
Sitting here currently, let me just quickly switch by to stage.
we need to come in here and begin to fill out, which is probably not going to happen.
So we're getting a nice push up. I'm already on a 1 minute on the SPX. We did get a nice little price structure break. Obviously very strong push to the upside. we might get, depending on how this candle close, a pretty large fair value gap over here. And how many minutes we have? About 8 seconds left on this candle. So what I'm going to do is place a resting order. I'm just going to drag it down. And it's actually got pretty large fair value gap here at the moment. I might have to be aggressive with this guy. Let me just, sorry, I'm still used to placing orders in this thing. Place a buy limit order there on the top of that fair value gap. Going to be quite aggressive here during these volatile times. You know, normally I like to wait for price actually to retrace about 50% into that that fair value gap, but in this scenario, I'm trading too many contracts here at the moment. Let me just place a new order here, sort this out properly. So 5948, trading way too many. I'm just going to use 2. Place a stop loss.
Order filled.
Obviously it's got to be a buy. It needs to buy limit order. Again, I'm fiddling around here. It's too many. Might have to get in here with a market order just to show how it works. See if we can get a test of that area. Then I'll just get it.
Yeah, we're in the range here. We broke about the 50% of it.
Yeah.
Let's see what she does. See if we can get a couple more points before we try. I'm looking at
Come on, pull down. Pull way down.
Breakaway gap.
Yeah.
Or it won't get filled. It'll stay open.
There it goes.
It'll test, it'll manipulate.
I'm struggling here currently with entering this order, placing your order. I actually want to go long here now. Top loss. Unblock there. So yeah, I need to up this up a little bit. Let's go with 8. And I'm just gonna go long here, guys. Not the best entry, but it is what it is. Stop loss is gonna be,
All right. I think we are now have traveled up into that portion failed. It is part of the strategy. We will see if we get to pull out of this or not.
So I'm just going to log this quickly. And see what happens.
Nice.
All right, it looks like it's falling out.
So meanwhile, Richard, I have a question to answer.
Please go ahead.
Okay, no problem.
Please continue to
James,
fall out.
Igor, could you take through a gold also and the US dollar, Japanese yen? Do you have a potential entry price or just an area? Okay, I will just present my chart.
We're really waiting for a fallout here.
Okay.
We may get this part of the actual strategy. We took a roundabout way in our strategy.
Igor, just let me see if I can get your charts. There we go. Should come up now. There we go.
Excellent. So if we go and analyze the gold, gold is a little bit tricky to trade. Last several days, actually last week, and the reason for that is that we have some kind of the choppy price for gold. If we just
I
take
don't like how
chart
it's
and zoom out, as I
struggling
did,
here.
you can see my relative
I'd like to
strength
see it just kind of
indicator here.
fall out a little faster now.
The 50 May,
We need to
go
break
up,
below that.
then down,
Sweet.
then
I like
up,
it.
then down, and every single cycle is lower and lower. And right now we are starting to go really bullish, very ready to break this resistance level. So there is of course 2 ways how we can trade this. One of the trades that you can create, which can be a little bit not risky, is to enter right now to the gold, make a buy order, and just be below this resistance here to make a stop loss. This is one of the ideas for the gold. And another thing is to wait to touch this green line to see the reaction and to see where the market is going. So the problem with gold is it's going up, down, up, down. We are right now we are almost in the resistance somehow, and we need really to wait to see will the market will break or start to go down again. The same problem we have with the US dollar index, as you can see right now. So it is just opposite than gold. We were bearish, then bullish, then bearish, then bullish, and right now we're beginning the new bearish cycle, which is with the lowest volatility right now, and we don't know what will happen here. So the problem is that the last hour last half hour is some kind of the manipulation period because it was the US opening range. So I would like to wait at least half hour to see what market wants
Come
to
on,
do,
drop.
maybe then to enter
Drop down.
into the gold and any other asset. So right now, I don't know what to think. Either my trades like British pound dollar and euro dollar right now creating some bullish attempt last 1 hour, but I don't know, is it retesting the old price levels or just a small correction after the bearish leg or not. So we need really at least half hour to make decision what will happen here. You ask about US dollar Japanese yen too. So I talked about US dollar Japanese yen on weekly chart. But right now, I'm watching the US dollar Japanese yen 30-minute chart. And on this chart, you can see how market is a little bit choppy here, maybe sideways. And if we analyze the market, the same principle we can apply here. You can create this trend line here, which is a little bit bullish. This one, which can be maybe bearish still. And we are nowhere actually for US dollar Japanese yen. Even these trend lines are not clear, not good. So what I would like to see here, maybe go to the 1 hour chart, maybe it's better. I really want to see some push lower, some early close there, and then maybe to enter into the trade. But I don't have yet the clear levels. And the good thing is that US dollar is weaker, but I don't know will it be on the daily level. The problem is right now.
They're stuck with their strategy, man. Like, looks like we're sticking with their strategy on our high scalp account.
0.09% bearish. So actually, we're on the Asia Open right now, and we don't have a clear trend.
I don't really like how that's flowing.
And there is one more trade that I'm watching right now.
Order filled.
I'm out.
Outside the US dollar, because the US dollar is really tough to predict right now. It's a euro Canadian dollar, and this
I feel like I have to be
is a little bit interesting for me. What I am looking for is this. I would like to see maybe correction up to this blue line here, and then I would like to make a sell order. I will just draw that chart too, just to see how that looks like. So I see the bearish bias here, but maybe we'll have another leg before we start to go
We're
down.
on the wrong time frame over here.
The good thing is, I see that Canadian dollar is
we really were predisposed to go short. It may have not been the greatest.
Maybe that will push the market a little bit. Another side, euro is nowhere.
I'm glad I got out, and I'm glad
we match euro and CAD. Maybe this can go bearish. If you watch the 4-hour chart, we can see that the bullish.
So we're gonna wait for one more week retest.
This is a little bit tricky. So this is why I'm waiting to see some move which will change better this perception here. So on the 4-hour chart, as you can see, we have a bullish bias yet. So I would like to see some push, either to break this blue line on the 4-hour chart, either to push higher and then go down on a 4-hour chart. So I'm watching this. This can be really, really interesting. One of the beautiful scenarios can be that we touch this blue line, then we see one bearish candle, and after that move to downside. That can be interesting trade, but I'm just watching right now as a potential trades.
Awesome.
So guys, how is going on your side? Is any move and push on NASDAQ, on S&P 500?
Price is trying to move back upwards on my side. Let me just share that quickly again. Price pulled in pretty deeply into that fair value gap. I'm just going to make it a bit thicker so you can see what's going on there. So with a strong push up, correction lower, I think price might be gunning towards this recent push high as high. Although I hope it's not just some sort of
The pre-market pushing low. It's almost like they were buying. That's what's scary. That's what's really scary.
8953. Then I'll start trading my stop a little bit higher. Just almost halving it from where it is currently. But we're trying to see, we are getting a little bit of a push out of that fair value gap. That's still early days.
Alright, so now we're breaking into our
What do you
thing
see on your
here.
side, Steven?
Yeah, it's a classic day trader effect that happened.
Yeah.
When it broke up, I was like, I'm expecting it to be a breakaway gap. Regardless, you still got to deal with that pressure, whatever pressure it is, but you understand your levels, you know, and beyond that, you know, if it were to have flooded past it, then I would
eating in or dining out. Both are rewarding with the American Express Gold Card. So are you in or are you out?
Finished its sweep and now it's moving.
The Amex Gold Card serves up everything just the way you like it. From all your favorite places.
Alright, now we're jumping in with our
So whether you're dining in or out, with American Express, it's always
strategy here.
the American Express Gold Card. Live the
So
good life
for an
indoors
entry,
and out
will you
and
be
explore the
waiting for
benefits,
another retest
credits,
of
and
one of your
perks
public tables?
waiting for you.
Very light news day,
We didn't actually push down
at least in the US.
to actually jump into the strategy.
Events until Thursday.
Yes, no news.
From the US side, though. Unemployment claims, flash manufacturing, PMI services. Very light
Thursday we
on the
have
economic calendar this week.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Range is trying to hold that.
Yeah.
It's very weak.
Right now it's
I didn't
really
even
tricky
realize the
market.
1-minute candle. Very tricky right now.
Yes. I cannot
I
find
still
the
have
bias.
the sense, like I'm still trading in. Yeah, I'm still trading in the sense that they're trying. I feel like they're trying to chase me out. I'm trying to be chased out. I'm right. It wants to go long. Just putting that pressure, trying to fit me, trying to get me to go short. You know. And
That happened to me last week, 2-3 days in a row, where you eventually write about it, you get mashed up in that volatility, up and down, and then eventually it goes your direction. It happens.
I feel like this is gonna stop out before going lower.
Got anything happening on your side, Igor?
Right now, I'm watching something interesting. Maybe Steven has something. Can I share my chart?
Just what's on my chart here. I'm just looking for this to be, you know, the stopping point here. I don't want to see this go too much lower here on the 5-minute chart. As you can see with this indicator that I use, we got a vertical line posted at 10 o'clock. So this would be the time when I'm looking for that movement.
So if it breaks lower right now, we will put our stop loss here.
Right, Igor.
So yes.
It's got to break this portion though.
Okay, I can share my screen if
Yeah, please do.
you're ready. No problem. I will just show what I'm watching right now. So what I'm watching right now is I try to figure out, is this a false breakout or real breakout, or that we have push after the US session open. So I hope that you see my chart. What I'm watching right now is on futures market when we have real volumes, I'm watching the volume divergence, which is the indicator just below this my chart. It's a price volume divergence. It's a free indicator you can add on the chart. You can use the ordinary volume and watch how volume looks like, but in this way get a better look. So as you can see on 1 hour chart, we're still keep that volume here. But if you go to the 15-minute chart, you can see we're still in a some kind of the bearish volume. We are pushing higher right now, and this is the very interesting. Will we go more higher and maybe try to break 1.34, or we will just start to go another direction? So this is the moment when I need to decide which side we need to be, and the bias is really mixed. So when we watch 1 hour, for example, we can see the bullish market structure, really bullish market structure without any doubt. When we watch on the 4-hour chart, the similar situation, we are bullish, very close to the resistance without any problem.
Stick to the
problem exists
plan
when we
here.
watch a 30-minute chart, and this movement,
Stick
you
to
know,
the plan.
have a higher high, then we went down, then a little bit higher.
Gotta stick
but
to the strategy,
lower
guys.
than previous one, and now we are approaching again to upside, but with a little bit low volume. So this is the moment when I need to decide: is
So
this
you're really gonna have a negative day?
real volume, and this volume will go bearish or bullish, or more sellers
Or we're gonna have
right
positive.
now.
Kind of
So
normal.
this is the time I'm
It's usually one or the other.
to see.
So they're gonna
Very close, maybe to
successfully
sell
complete
trade,
this
because the US
strategy
Open,
trade
manipulation, I think it's over. We're in
on
this zone here, so I would
the
try
5-minute orb.
enter into the trade and to see what.
I think we're gonna stick in.
the
I think we're
solution
gonna.
there. So I will just share my platform screen.
Sorry.
Just a moment. Just to log out from the current
The trade went fine. If we win,
chart.
I think it was a good trade,
Lower.
a good attempt. If we don't
You
win,
still see my chart, okay? I will
Yes.
stop. I will stop here.
Stop filled.
did we
Hope it will be.
go outside of the strategy on this
So
account
I'm entering to the
today?
trading platform.
I think we did.
Okay. Just share your charts there. It's not
Just a
showing. at the
moment.
moment.
Yes, it's rejected me, but I'm very stubborn. So now we will see it soon, I hope.
The way the price analysis is going, I don't think we go short.
I don't
Okay.
see it. You
I'm gonna see if it bounces off of this
Okay.
first.
The savings end soon.
We need to be. I hope now we will see it.
There we go. Something's happening. You should come
My
up
social
now.
calendar forced me to rely on
hope-
takeout.
yes,
Factor
this
helped
is
me
good.
take control
This is
over
good.
what I'm eating
So,
and spending on takeout. I
Okay,
easily
so
dropped
what I'm
$40 on
looking
delivery
for
fees a week.
is I'm
You don't
watching,
even
of
wanna
course,
know
I'm
how much
watching
the
Euro
totals
dollar
were.
CAD,
It's
but I
embarrassing.
want to see
Factor
some
cost
better
me way
move
less.
there.
I'm not just talking about
Right
money.
now,
I'm
I
saving
will
time
go
and
to
energy
the
and eating tasty dishes that energize me. These
British
chef-made
pound
meals heat
dollar.
up in 2
Just a
minutes,
moment
and
to
they're
find.
dietitian approved. I'm eating flavorful dinners now that fuel me
This
up,
is the
cost
British
less
pound
than
dollar
takeout,
chart.
and make my life
We're just
so
gonna
easy.
stay in and see what
And
happens.
we are just a moment to get something. It's not good with chart. Okay, right now we are too high on the 1.3372, which is a little bit dangerous because I want to see the weaker momentum there. We are still very strong, but we can create and try to do something more. Okay, I'm ready to make a sell order. What I will do, I will make I should make a little bit lower risk trade because this trade is a little bit counter trend because we have the push upside, but we have a very strong barrier at 1.34. So I made a sell order and I will just set a stop loss. My stop loss will be 3403, and my take profit, my first profit here, should be at price level 331. But of course, I'm ready to watch the whole day market moves, and if I see that the price is not near to the target or far away from the target, I will close my trade earlier. But this is the one
It's not looking good, guys.
target that I want to see here. So this is the risk of 30 pips and the take profit 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, and I hope it will hold. Of course, the problem is that the US dollar index is a little bit lower, and this push is too high, which is not, I don't feel comfortable for this trade, but we will watch. From the beginning, when I enter, I see that the price maybe start to go down because I catch the peak. So we will see. We will see. This is the trade related to the British pound dollar, and for all other trades, I will be out without any trades related to US dollar. Maybe only Euro dollar CAD, but I really need a good price to enter in that trade. So I will just stop my screen, and we will see the price here related to the British pound dollar. But I think that price for British pound dollar is really choppy today, and only the good thing is that this level 1.34 is really strong. So I think in the last 2 weeks we tried to break, and there's no momentum there. I don't see the breakout momentum that can destroy this resistance and go above that. But everything can change. Everything can change.
Cool. Steven, what's happening your side? Anything? Steven, can you hear us?
Feeling a little draw. Trying not to focus too hard on it. Trying to break up over this 400 level and give me that push that I've been looking for.
Okay.
Being as much pullback that I can handle. The red line is here. So I'm glad we closed. When we closed below, we came back up. And we're holding these lows. We're holding that swing low where you said your stop is as well. So that's nice to feel. Well, that is something that I do. I'm very big on mentals and technicals, or on my mentals over my technicals. So I know that if I watch my trade and draw down, then I might make stupid decisions about it. still watch the chart, but I don't need to see my P&L on the chart because I know my levels.
Yes.
I know where
Yes.
where I'm invalidated. I know where I'm trying to go. I'm aware of where my entry is as well. So when it comes to my entry, I also sometimes want to get that like, oh, let me check it. Well, I know I'm at my entry, so what am I checking? It's going to say 0 or around 0. You know, like, so I want to see it get above that before I open the chart, see green, and then be like, oh my goodness, like where am I moving my stop, and then make that mistake as well. So I'm very big on the mentals and how your brain can trick you. You know, all the times that you get in a trade, you move your stop a little too quick, and then it just runs like crazy. Like if I would have waited 30 seconds, like literally sometimes waiting 30 more seconds would have been enough to put your stop exactly where you had ended up putting it, but it wouldn't have been clipped. You know, it clipped and moved and never came back to that ever again. And it's like, why? And that was not bad technicals. You were right about your trade. You convinced yourself you weren't, or you made the mistake that you weren't, you know, and put your stop in the wrong place.
Exactly.
So right now I'm hovering around my entries.
Okay.
I'm watching. We need to push above my entries right here above the at the 10. So I'm dealing here. I'm here around my entry. And now I'm bringing my stop up. Now that we haven't broke this swing low, you know, the stop was down here. I don't even want to break out of this range, or I might even close the trade. If we come back out of this range, I might even just close the trade before it even gets here. Because that's a lot of risk. Honestly, that's a decent amount of risk. And normally, I have a lot of screens, and I'm trying to keep things collected to be able to share more smoothly with everyone. But normally, if I was going to just take
I
one
needed the
contract,
best
I would
connection
take it in
for a
10
big
micros
moment.
rather
With us down's fast,
instead, so I can
reliable
manage
internet
it
for only
a little
$30
bit better.
a month. I
If
taught my
I'm a
parents
little bit low,
English
I could
while
scale
my
out a little
fiance
bit.
learned
I could
Spanish
get on my
online. And
position.
when
If
they
I'm a
met for
little
the
right, I
first
could scale
time,
out a
it
little
was
bit,
pure
but not
magic.
completely
Live
get out
more
of
with
it
us down.
and let my runner run. Because because if I get in this one NASDAQ and it starts running and I want to take a little profit, I can't. I just can't.
Exactly.
I'm reliant.
Yeah.
I'm reliant on putting my stop in the correct place, and I get no wiggle room. And if you can, and I've learned over the years, if you can't handle the drawdown, then you're risking too much. You know,
Exactly.
You can't handle the fact that you might be going into some drawdown, and this is where I got to put my stop. It's not about how much.
Paying attention to the other trades a little too much.
Where your stop's going, can you handle that much? You know.
Correct.
If you can't, then you're just over risking, over leveraging, and that's just not conducive to good trading.
Yeah. But I mean, the micro is great for that too. Like you said, take profits along the way, or scale out. Yeah. Do too like.
So my first trade was like looking for a 3R type. Now I'm going for like a double. I'm going for a 2R. Less of a. It's more risk, but less of a distance. And if I do make it, where I'm targeting now, to the 76 level, a little bit less, I will make back my earlier loss times 2 and below. So then overall it would be a 50% trade day. You know, 50% win, one loss. Winners outdo the losses. If I lose, this is the end of the day, and you gotta reassess because either one, I'm not seeing the market right, and I'm probably over emotional now. I was emotional earlier. Now I'm a little more emotional, and every loss is gonna make you even more emotional, and it's gonna make trading
spirals out of control.
So we're looking okay here. I want to see what happens around the VWAP. I might even cover around the VWAP. I don't really want to, because that would be about the 500 of my last trade. And I feel
Where's your
VWAP?
Is that the orange line?
Yes.
Yeah, the VWAP is the orange line here.
Okay, cool.
It's at 434.30 currently.
It's going up, just very slow.
Just to ask, this VWAP is the session VWAP.
No, this VWAP is for the daily.
Daily.
From the
Okay.
daily.
Okay. Just to know.
1,800.
Yes.
That's every day. Not sure if I. So it's regular trading hours. Session VWAP is actually below us. Currently, the session VWAP and the 21 EMA are about the same location. Come back to electronic with 1,800. It's actually above us. So we're rejecting 930 open. Chart's got some other levels on it. My 50% of the daily range from that 1,800 open price to the current low of the day. New York midnight is resting right there as well. So that's confluences. I view as confluences. So if we could break that New York midnight price, which is at for NQ is at 21,434, I see the continuation up that we're looking for. That whole area. I seen a gentleman in the chat is actually short in that area.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Robert, that's short, the NASDAQ, as he calls it.
NASDAQ, yes.
21,430. Robert's he's a dedicated viewer. He's here almost every day. Robert, you still holding? You out already? You still with us?
Nice to meet you.
And to all our viewers, if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask.
Yes, please.
And we'll get them answered for you.
I as well have a personal strategy that I use, something I developed myself. I kind of gave myself, it started out as like an arbitrary kind of thing. Like, I'm tired of looking at New York midnight or looking at 930 open or daily highs and daily lows. I need to look at something else that nobody else is looking at. Find myself some ranges that nobody else is looking at. And so I taught myself coding to give myself that edge, I guess. Right?
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
So in this
kind of does well.
price action currently around with this model, seeing that I have a gap up in here, I want to see this price come up and fill this gap that's left in this range. Oh yeah, not on my chart. Is a weekly open gap. I'm not really sure which weekly open gap it is. Focusing too much on which weekly open. Oh, it's going to go down to April's and all that is more confusion, I believe.
Yeah.
All I need to know is that we couldn't break 50% of that gap for a weekly gap, and we're pushing back out of it. So that's that 400 level that I'm looking at. So now that we've left the range that was created this morning, I want to see a return back to it and actually clear the gap that was left open inside of that. If I could turn this to this chart, the indicators tracks different price action, I guess, as it changes it.
You ever bought Reese's while eating Reese's?
And I
That
use
is
odd
some
time.
boss
I don't
behavior.
use the 5 minute, I use the 7
It's
minute.
time for
Everybody
a
else does the
revolution
7
in
minute.
whitening
Something else.
with a toothpaste that
Over
gives
here
you
with the
whiter
15,
teeth
I look
in
at
one
7.
day.
Everybody else
Remove
is
even
looking at
deep
6. I'll look
stains
at something
with
else.
Crest
And
3D
I actually
White
find
Deep
that the
Stain
7 minute
Remover.
chart is
Coffee, wine,
cleaner.
tea,
It's pretty clean.
gone in
Stays
just
pretty clean.
one
It
day.
doesn't wick out too much.
Okay. Interesting.
Compare over here. Here's a 5 minute chart.
Yeah, trying to avoid what everyone else is doing.
There's some of the did get a good strong wick here, but it's all fractal either way. There's that 400, and you just go away. Of course, yesterday I started losing my voice.
Robert's saying he's still holding. They take profits on that scalp, but bid backing on the short. It's looking long, but trying to stick to strategy to see if the win-loss percentage plays out the rest of the night. Good job, Robert. Well done.
I like
Stick
that.
to your guns.
Sticking to it. That's what it's all about. Because like I was speaking earlier, you know, you can go into profit and not reach your target and pace your own self out, and then it goes, and now you're in trouble. Now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Now you might chase even higher. You lose your entry. You make all the mistakes because you didn't stick to what you had said. I'm going to do this. Wait for this. If I'm out, I'm out. I'm in. I'm in. And, you know, accepting that. You know, a lot of the time we're going to lose half the trades we take. And I've noticed over the years as I've gotten better at trading. Started, you know, I've been a prop firm trader. I'm a grassroots trader. I don't have a traditional education in the finance industry. So as I started getting two payouts, and then the payouts started growing and all that, I started, you can watch the metrics on the prop firms, and I started noticing that my win rate was going down. You know, my win rate wasn't 70% anymore. Now it's like 65 and then 60%. And over time, because I realized that some of the better hitters are only at 50%. Now, you can be a 50% trader, but as long as your losers are smaller than your winners, you're a winning trader, right? And that's generally what I see, you know, in the industry. So it actually started to excite me that I was like that, because then I look at my winning day percentage and I'm around 80-90% winning days. So 80-90% of the time I walk away green on the whole day. Half the trades I may have lost, but I'm green on the whole day. And so that kind of takes away some of that fear, you know, and being able to accept that that's how it's going to be. You're never going to win every trade.
Yeah. Accept it.
You're absolutely right, Stephen, because I talked with this story about Yanni, and we realized 70% of the time we have the right bias, but our winning rate is usually around 50% then, because as you mentioned, we are ready to remove the losing trades, and we don't care about winning ratio. We want good risk reward, and we will hold good trades to the end of the day, close that trade, and make a nice profit. So the P&L, the profit, is most important thing, and not winning ratio, of course.
Igor, how's your trade going?
Yes, I'm watching right now a few things. I just try to analyze the volume right now. I will just show you a few things that I'm watching right now. The first thing that I just figure out right now is that, for example, Bitcoin. Everyone wants to get the new highs and to go upper and upper and upper, etc. But I see that the volume decreased a little bit, even that we have right now some push here. If you go to the daily chart, I'm watching Bitcoin futures because we have a real good volumes there. You can see, look, this daily volume is going down. We are going up, but the volume is going down. So I think it will be some kind of the correction for Bitcoin. Of course, I'm not 100% sure, but there is a chance that right now we are in some kind of resistance, and maybe it will be some corrective wave after the new highs. So this bearish volume is one of the indicators for that. On the other side, I'm watching the volume, of course, and for my trade, because I realized that even that we last couple hours really have a huge up move. First, on the daily chart, you can see how this volume decreased during the whole May. Now, if you watch the 1 hour chart,
order filled.
We have the.
That was not good. Right here at zone of resistance. Obviously, it's a zone of resistance because it bounced right here, and it bounced there. And it came down a little bit past it. It bounced there, bounced there.
Maybe the market can create that kind of the trade where we are
just create
at the end of the day, we reach this area near to the 1.34. Then we sleep few hours during the Asia session, and in the morning we start to go and break above that. But of course, this is only scenarios that I have. But right now, what I'm looking for is, for example, this is the 30-minute chart. Our volume is not increase, it's decrease. So this is why I think that this push is a false push, and it will go down sooner or later. But the only question is, will my stop loss hold or not? So I'm watching, and I think this is the really beginning of the volume decrease. So we will see. We will see. So like I repeat this sentence all the time, the best trades are the toughest trades, because you enter in really bad moment, and you hope that you catch, for example, high price when you want to sell, and this is why you need to be a little bit patient when market is going sideways.
Makes you sweat a little bit. Or a little bit
Yes,
less.
yes, always in trading any sport. Yes, this is good.
Yeah, guys. My side, I mean, price has just been running
Yes.
sideways. Probably your side as well, Steven. Nothing to really update. Still in my trade, but fluctuating just around about where that fair value gap is. I'm thinking we're probably seeing some sort of triangle at the moment. And as we know, that could break anyway, up or down, right? This is a triangle, it could be something like that.
Almost falling away.
So, yeah, I'm hoping for clearance above this upper trend line. Let's see. Guys, we've got about 10 minutes left for this session. Again, from our viewers, firstly, thanks for being here, watching. If you have any questions, still got about 10 minutes left.
Yes, please. And if you have some setup to share with us, please share so we can discuss, maybe give you some clue there.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Happy to do that.
I'm seeing some push in US dollar index. Are there any push in the indices right now?
No. I mean, I'm looking at the S&P 500. It's running sideways, but I'm looking at a 1 minute time frame. So, like I said, I think we stuck in a little bit of a triangle there. So hopefully it's got a bullish outcome though. Not that I trade triangles, but it looks like it's pretty much there, right?
Yeah, going up a little bit in time frame almost looks like a bear flag or a falling wedge. It's the same thing.
Whereabouts you from, Steven? This is our first time together.
Distribution down, flagging. Sorry. It's over. Flagging. It's becoming more of a 50-50. As the time goes along, it's becoming more of a 50-50 feel. Because this is a pretty long time to be chopping like this. So, and back to kind of how it was
Order
before,
filled.
it was trying to chase me out. Now it's just going to chop like this and chop and chop and chop and just try and get me out of that position. And I'm pretty confident with coming up to at least 76.
Steven, did you
I
try?
want to see the open 930 open price break and hold, and then I want the midnight break and hold.
Sorry, Igor, you were saying?
I just want to ask Steven, did he try to trade this strategy on stocks?
For the opening range, no. style indicators, creating the ranges, looking for it to come up and that range go above there. Right now, though, our position is making some moves.
Yeah.
We are coming to this VWAP, and it's decision time for me now. Do I want to break even myself and just take the 500, or do I want to let it run? At this point, I'm going to go with how do my emotions feel. Good push, good push. Let's go. How do my emotions feel? Do I want to? Do I really want to move my stop? Do I want to? Am I getting greedy? I was talking about adding off the top of the range. Do I still feel like after all that heat that I should still do that? I'm gonna let this candle close and see if it closes in the top of the range, in between or below the VWAP.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat
we're in
of
that 1
America.
minute candle, so I
A
wanna see
heartbeat's strong,
what the
steady,
candle made me think.
unwavering.
Now
Like
let's
the
see
people
the
who
whole
keep
candle
this country
produce and
moving.
actually
For
show the
them,
price
only
action.
America's most
Did I think
dependable truck will do.
what was
In every
right
Chevy
was right,
truck,
or
like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Or get $7,600 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Is it one of those
Visit
times
your
where
Central Coast
I'm like,
Chevrolet
it can't
dealers.
keep going. I'll get the pullback and then we're gonna buy. But it never pulls back for me, and it just keeps going. And I'm like, I should buy, and then when we do, it reverses. One of those moments. If I feel those emotions, like I wait for the pullback. It's not sorry. I just go because I know that I'm not gonna make that decision. I need to make it fast because we can get that momentum. This momentum right here is carrying us. So if it were to but exploded over, say, this high, and I was not in the market, I need to make my decision really quick because I can get this set my break even right away. That's momentum trading. I'm fast on momentum. This one I waited, so I'm trying not to be too quick with my stop. But I do want to
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing on my side to
profit.
Really go close to my entry, probably break even.
But I'm pretty confident in my 476, so I don't want to just roll my stop up too high and get clipped out too early. Because I want that VWAP to hold now. Because I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking for that manipulation, right? So we've been coming down, and is it chasing me out? How many people are buying and trying to reach VWAP? So you have people out there who are chasing the VWAP.
Stop filled.
So now it could have flipped them, those people chasing bearish, and now we get our distribution. And we're looking at a lot.
Well, it didn't work out,
A lot of traders have a hard time and struggle in the market and lose.
but that's okay.
We kind of need to be doing the opposite of some things sometimes, and I attribute that as emotions and the mental side of trading, because what do we all share? Conscious mind, and our emotions can be affected by fear, greed, and all that stuff. And so, as I said in the beginning, I'm definitely a big mindset trader, using that to my advantage rather than letting it destroy me.
Excellent. I see the question from the James again. Just to add, what I have to share is that British pound dollar is also looking like a bullish flag that could breed to the upside. But I'm waiting for the price to hit around 1.3415 before I place a sell. Nice spot, James. However, my decision to make a sell order was because I noticed that volume on futures decreased and the price increased. So what I'm looking for is and think that there will be no momentum to reach 1.34. However, market can surprise me and go in another direction, of course.
Well,
Right
I'm going to
now,
attribute
what I'm looking for on the chart, I'm seeing 50 minutes
half of that
candle.
loss.
We have a bearish candle, last bearish candle, and maybe we'll push lower because we reached
as
1.337.
not following the
which
strategy,
was,
and then the
one
rest
of
of
the
it following the
resistance
strategy, but we
session
just didn't get the
in
win.
one middle point. So we will see what will be the end of the day. But
So
just
far
because
we're
I
not
see
too far
there
back.
is a lack of momentum and lack of volume,
It took
I
more of a
think the
loss
British
than
pound dollar can go down.
yesterday.
But everything depends on the US dollar index and on which side US dollar index wants to go. And just to say about this sentence from Robert,
Just really don't.
I'm out now on mine. That was rough trying to stay motionless in the trade. You're absolutely right. I think that one of the best trades is to be flat. So nice Robert, nice James. So I really wish you a lot of good luck and the nice setups for your trades.
But guys, we've got about a minute left on our session. I have to unfortunately leave after this.
Order filled.
Pick me up afterwards.
I like this trade.
Did not take my motorbike because it's raining like crazy. I've got to take profit just to buy this little swing over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go to break even here. See if price can reach that target and either be done with it. But
And
like
this
I
is the
mentioned,
time
we've
when I
got
wish I
left.
could 10 micro.
Yeah, and scale out.
This is the time I wish I had 10 on because I would take a little bit off here. For me, I would take a little bit off, especially, we had this rejection here and then we pushed through. If I had multiple on, I may take a 3 of my micros if I had 10.
It's just that I cannot monitor the markets when I leave on this platform, so I'm going to be done with it. It is profitable. Put $50 there. So pretty happy.
Excellent.
Did have to wait, did have to struggle. Obviously the risk reward was a little bit skewed, but I'm thinking also that this could be a bullish triangle or part of a correction. But whatever the case might be, Stephen, I hope your target gets reached. We have reached the end of our session. To everyone here, thanks for all the questions today. Please stick around for our next round of coaches. If you guys got anything else to add, Stephen, Igor, please do. Otherwise, we'll just stop things here. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Don't know about you guys.
Oh, no, that's about it. Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate pretty much you guys.
Great meeting you, James. Good trade day.
Hearing what everybody had to say and good comments.
Perfect.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Nice to meet you, Stephen, and I wish you a great day, guys.
Cheers, James.
Find
Have a
big
good
deals
one.
at Best Buy
Bye-bye.
this
Bye-bye.
Memorial Day.
Bye.
The savings end soon.
All right. We might end up even more negative. But it'll be what it is. We gotta go. We gotta get to work. Anyways, guys, all the peace, all the loves. Thank you for hanging out. We will get him on the next one, guys. This is just the way trading is. Sometimes win, sometimes lose. Really wanted to stick to that strategy. It is looking up, so that is what we will trade. Overall, I think that possibly could be fine. I don't know. Supposed to be sticking to the strategy on this account. So I think we will take up to 150 as strategy loss to call there. Anyways, I gotta go. Peace, all the loves, and we'll hopefully have a green day tomorrow. We didn't have a green day on either account, so we had green days on both accounts yesterday. We actually lost more than we won yesterday, but that sometimes happens. It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, peace, all the loves.